There.
That's for
And they
sure.
have different size pieces for different size shoes. And this was a little hammer that they use to tap on new leather soles.
So you put the shoe on.
Put the shoe upside down, and then you cut the sole, you make the shape of this. And you could pull a nail out with this. And say if the fencing, they did a lot of fencing in those days. Did I show you this before?
No,
The
not
double
yet.
bit axe. One side was very dull, that you can see, and the other side I haven't kept very sharp. But when you want to cut something very sharp or something you didn't care much about, you would hit it with this side. And obviously I don't even know if I can get a handle to fit this, and I put electrical tape. I probably spoiled the value of that. And you've obviously seen one of these.
I have, yes.
Yeah, that's sawing wood. This is broad axe for hewing. The beams, a lot of beams in the barns were hand hewed, and they use it like this. And they would take off the bark, and they'd square it up with this. And that's all got post and beam in that barn there. Not this tool house, but the big barn where I grew up. Ram's Head hammer.
Yeah. I've never seen one like that before.
You can't find many people that have either, I'll tell you. They say it's worth about $150, so I wouldn't sell it anyway. But. And then if you come home and your overalls are all wrinkled, you put the water in the bottom, and steam would come out of here. Set this on the stove for a while, like a wood stove. If you're going to do some ironing. You gonna walk the roads, Grandma?
You want your other jacket?
No, I don't want it. Well, anyway, I'll put them back together. You get the idea.
Yeah.
There's a steam iron. Step right on here. You can step right on that edges. Hang on. You ought to be. That's what we always transport.
Grandpa, tell me again what you're holding.
I'm holding what they call a crosscut saw. It's for two people. But we're first going to use the buck saw. Because we're going to cut the smaller part of the tree, and then we're going to move up and use the bigger part of the tree. We're going to use the crosscut saw. So like this, draw it back.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have to hold it because it's going to sway on you.
Okay.
But I'll hold it, and you go back and forth. If you're right-handed, you'll be on this side of it.
Like this?
Yeah. And just go back and forth. Keep going. You're doing better every minute. You can't push down hard. Don't push down. Just sort of glide it through. It'll saw. It'll go down by itself.
Yay!
Cool.
How we do that is you do not push.
Okay.
You pull, and then I pull.
Yay!
There's nothing to it, is it?
No, yeah.
But when you get a tree about that size,
Right.
it's a little different.
Yeah, I imagine. Yeah, thank you for showing
Now
me
we're
that.
going up and split some wood.
Okay.
Find you a piece of wood that maybe you can split. First, I'll split one ahead of you. That's yours. I'll do the easy one. I'm gonna make it work.
All right.
This is called a splitting maul. heavy, it weighs about 8 pounds. What you try to do is hit it about in the center.
Well,
Like
you
that.
make it look easy.
You do a lot better on stage than I would here, Joe.
I'm not even sure about that.
Now, what you do is if you're right hand, I cross to it. But if you're right-handed, you go like this. But I always do it cross-handed because that's the way I like to feel it. I do it like a left-hander would do. But whatever's comfortable for
Yeah,
you.
I'll try this one.
You want one hand way back here and the other one
Up here.
a little
And
bit.
then kind of just let it.
You got shot it and aim right for the center. Put it up there again. You got to hit in the same spot every time. That's all right. No, don't worry about that. That's the way. Now pick the whole thing up. Oh, okay, hit it again right in the same spot
Okay.
if you can. Oh, you're doing pretty good.
Okay.
Yay!
Wow.
We'll give that one more whack. Here, why don't you split it one more time? Right at for her. You gotta hit it hard, like my uncle told me, but don't hit your toe.
Yeah, I'm remembering that story.
Down really mad. Hit it. There you go. Hit it one more time. You'll have it. Actually, what you can do, show you a little trick. While it's there, you go. Do it one more time and it'll fall apart. Pick up a little bit. Oh, you're right back down the same.
Hey!
Yes, it's
There you go.
Wow.
Why don't you give him that to take home now?
If he wants it.
The axe?
Maybe we'll put one in the fire at the.
Yeah.
You ready for me to tell a story?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Every year we split wood, just like your dad does up here. We split wood for firewood for the following year. And once we're done splitting wood here, my Uncle Burton, Dean's dad, he had a lot of wood to split. My father had. My job was always stacking the wood, but I would split some too also. And we went down to my grandfather Alice because he was getting to the age where he was unable to split his own wood. We didn't have any wood splitters or anything like that in those days. It was all split by hand, and we used to split it with a double bit axe, which I showed you, I think, in the video when you were filming. And I was trying to split a piece of wood, and my Uncle Burton says, "Look, Albert, if you want to get a piece of wood, you've got to swing hard and really hit it." So I reeled back and I really swung hard. I missed the stick that I was trying to split, and I went right through my overshoe and shoe and pretty near cut my toe off. And my father says, "Oh boy, we got to get him down to the doctor." The blood was bubbling right up out of my. In those days, you didn't have rubber boots or steel-toed shoes or anything. And so he took me down to a doctor in Lovell Village. His name was Dr. Newth. And he was an osteopathic doctor. And I don't think he'd ever sewed up anybody or fixed anybody with a big laceration before in his life. And he was fumbling around, and my father was getting very impatient. And he says, "Look, if you can't do this, I'll take him to the vet." And that was the end of the story. But he did get me sewed up, and I still got a substantial scar on that foot.